let's move on to Darius Slay. Because Darius Slay was incredible last night, and what he did against Justin Jefferson was wild. First of all, I want to say this. I think Johnathan Gannon has been hijacked. I think Johnathan Gannon is tied up in the trunk of Howie Roseman's car right now. I can't bring myself to believe that Johnathan Gannon is the one that called that defense last night. I refuse to believe it. I absolutely refuse to believe that Johnathan Gannon is the one that called that defense last night. Let me put it to you like this. Like we said yesterday from the ESP tweet, from 2021 until now, the Eagles have pressured the quarterback on 31% of their snaps. And before then, 2017 to 2021, they pressured the quarterback on 80% of their snaps. Or double-digit pressures on 80%. They only had double-digit pressures on 30% in the Johnathan Gannon era. So you're telling me he did that all last season. You're telling me he came into this season with the same plan. And against the Detroit Lions, he still did the same thing. Very little blitzing, very little creativity in the secondary. Zone here, zone here, zone here. Giving receivers 7 yards of cushion on the line of scrimmage. Playing prevent defense the entire game, giving up everything underneath. You're telling me, after an entire season and one game, Johnathan Gannon looked himself in the mirror and said, I need to change this? No. I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what happened. People are on Twitter saying we need to give Johnathan Gannon his flowers. We need to shout out Johnathan Gannon for what he did. That is not what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Jeffrey Lurie, Howie, get Gannon in the conference room in 20. Jeffrey Lurie called a meeting with Howie Roseman and Johnathan Gannon. And they said, bro, this ain't going to work. What you did yesterday, we gave you all of these weapons. We gave you all of these skilled defenders. And what you did yesterday is not going to work. And now all of a sudden, game 2, we're seeing safety blitzes. We're seeing Hassan Reddick used the way that he's supposed to be used on the edge. Hardly dropping back into coverage. We're seeing linebackers fill the gaps. We're loading the box to stop the run. We're blitzing linebackers. We're playing man-to-man press coverage on Justin Jefferson. I said yesterday, can we at least put Darius Slay on Justin Jefferson? Please, for the love of God. Can we at least go man-to-man with Darius Slay on Justin Jefferson? And that's exactly what they did. I'm telling you right now, that was not Johnathan Gannon. Or they said, listen, if you don't switch it up and blitz and go man and do something different, you're going to get fired after game 2. If you get fired as a defensive coordinator after 2 games, how do you expect to get a head coaching job in this league? That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. He got reprimanded. He got hit with the switch like a 5-year-old. You know, if you don't finish your schoolwork, you don't get to play Xbox. Darius Slay did an amazing job on Justin Jefferson last night. And it has to do with the fact that whoever was in charge actually decided to play some creative defense. Here's a tweet by Thomas R. Peterson. Breaking the Birds, by the way. I always use his tweets, and I just realized a couple minutes ago that he's the guy that does Breaking the Birds, all the play breakdowns, the great play breakdowns, so check him out on YouTube. He said, Darius Slay versus maybe the best wide receiver in football. 6 targets, 0 catches allowed, 3 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. One of the best cornerback performances I've ever seen. Darius Slay was out of his mind last night. And it was fun to watch. Don't forget what Justin Jefferson was saying before this game. He was saying, he is quoted as saying, I'm way happier in Minnesota than I would have been in Philadelphia. Of course you're going to say that, but that's a lie. You know damn well that's not true. Nobody wants to be in Minnesota. It's cold. People got weird accents. But he said what he's supposed to say. He wants to be in Philly. And then he said, I'm excited for this game and I'm looking forward to it. Wow. Well, you didn't realize that you were going up against Darius Slay, who was going to put you in clamps all night. He finished the game with 6 catches for 48 yards, under 50 yards for Justin Jefferson. One of those interceptions was definitely his fault because he wasn't playing physical with Darius Slay. I saw a tweet from a Minnesota Vikings fan also that said Darius Slay, or they said Justin Jefferson quit. He quit trying towards the end of the game. Slay completely took him out of the game. He quit trying. Incredible performance by Darius Slay.